jeez. Well, to be honest with you guys, maybe I didn't give the PXP-2000 a fair enough review in terms of the capabilities it has for playing video games and such. So, we'll give it another look at. I'm not going to do the whole unboxing thing or anything like that. But you guys can consider it a little Thanksgiving treat for you all. Or if you're not in the US and you don't celebrate Thanksgiving this Thursday, or at all, just celebrate Thanksgiving anyway, wherever you live, by eating a whole bunch of food. But we're going to hook this one up to the TV for a little bit better picture quality. Got the AV cable. At least it comes with that. That is nice. But, how long is this exactly? It'll do just fine for the review. So I stuck a few more games on there. It turns out this actually does play Super Nintendo games. Not very well, but we'll look at that. And it doesn't even play N64 games. I tried Super Mario 64. It doesn't even show up on the list of games. 64-bit gaming, my foot. But let's hook it up to the TV and look at it more in depth. Alrighty, so I got it hooked up to the TV. And first thing I want to point out, because I noticed this, but I didn't point this out in the first video. In the menu here, there's an icon here. It looks like a metro train or something like that. I don't know, maybe a TV. But if you try to select it with the cursor, we'll try to go over. It just skips right over it. So I don't know what that is. Is it a lost TV function or what? I don't know. But let's go ahead and look at the settings menu too, because I didn't cover that in the first video. You can set your language, date and time, check your memory status, all that fun stuff. What I like too is there's also the ability to do a firmware update. Yeah. Like, I bet the company's gonna fix the bugs this thing has. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and go to the games menu. Alright, so I purposely filled it with games that'll challenge the emulator in it. So, we could really test this thing out here. Let's go ahead and start off with Battletoads, because it's first on the list. Looks promising. Intro's coming up. Okay, we got our intro. Frame rate's a little skippy. Let's go ahead and turn up the volume here. Okay. Color's a little weird too. It's not the camera. It looks weird in person too. Okay. Again, promising. Got the intro. Again, the frame rate's a little iffy. That is not YouTube or my camera, that is the emulator. And it froze. Yep, emulator can't handle Battletoads. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of it. Autofocus is going all wonky. Let's try Dracula's Curse, Castlevania 3. And it goes right back to the menu. So we're not doing Dracula's Curse. Alright, first Castlevania. Let me turn it up more for you guys. Sound is very grainy. Frame rate really suffers. The frame rate isn't really consistent at all either. Let's go to the castle. Again, the colors are kind of screwed in. I've noticed too, the emulator skips any fade to black moments that the game has. It'd help if the controls didn't suck, because again, the triangle button jumps and the circle button is your whip, so triangle's A and circle is B. Doesn't always work very well. Look at the frame rate's so bad, it's not even picking up me being invincible. Ugh, finally beat him. It feels like it's impossible to nail a hit when you press a button. There's literally half a second until anything happens on the screen. Let's try Contra. I'm gonna try to put in the Konami code. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. And it didn't work. But I'm not really surprised because half the time it doesn't recognize when you press a button. The joystick is awesome. The joystick is very responsive, but unfortunately it does suffer from the same lag that the control pad has. So the whole unit in general, unfortunately, has an input lag problem. But the joystick is very accurate, it's smooth, and it's a lot more comfortable than the horribly clicky control pad. And I died. Alright, that'll be about enough of that. I said that'll be about enough of that. Alright, get out of there. Mega Man 2. Ugh, listen to the sound. Okay, everything looks overly pink. Not quite sure why. It looks the same way on the LCD screen of the PXP. It's not a TV out problem. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Jeez. It's hard to find the right buttons when they're horribly placed in the first place. Wow, you combine the frame rate problem with the problem of not being able to show more than 8 sprites per line, and you've got invisible Mega Man madness. I blame that on the control lag. Alright, that's enough of that. Get out of there, please. What's next on the list? That's just a breakout clone. I don't remember if we covered that in the first video or not. Super Mario All-Stars. But do we have any more NES games? Let's see. Not other than the ones that come packed on there. Alright, so that's it for the NES games. Now let's look at the Super Nintendo games. Let's try Super Mario Kart. I said, let's try Super Mario Kart. Let's try Super Mario Kart. Alright, Super Mario Kart will not work. Let's try Super Mario All-Stars. Super Mario All-Stars. Ugh. What's up with the sound? Oh, and the frame rate. Ugh, what the heck's going on with the sound? Who knows? Maybe this is a PAL versus NTSC discrepancy. I don't really care though, because I would never want to use this thing as a portable Super Nintendo anyway. Well, got them all here. In their 5 frame per second glory. Let's try Lost Levels. Oh god, this is terrible. And they totally butchered the controls too. The 4 buttons for X, Y, A, and B, they basically rotated it 90 degrees counterclockwise. So this is Y, and this is B. They totally screwed it up. Why couldn't they just leave it the same as a Super Nintendo controller? I don't understand. I think the control lag in Super Nintendo games is even worse. Jeez. Actually, I kind of like the star theme like this. Whew. Control lag, don't kill me now. It's like if a smoker was trying to sing this song. Let's try a different game. In Super Mario All-Stars. You're probably curious as to how Super Mario World performs, so we'll go ahead and try it out. Just for you guys. Oh jeez. This is terrible. The music sounds even more prehistoric-like. Oh, jeez. I found myself hitting what I thought was Y and what I thought was B to run and jump over them. Alright. So that means if you want to do a spin jump, instead of pressing where A would be, you gotta press where Y would be. Or X, sorry. Yeah, way to screw it up, really. Blame that one on the control lag. Okay, that's about enough of that. I no longer want you on my TV. Ugh, piece of junk. Look at that, it doesn't even switch over automatically. So, let's just turn it off. Oh wait, that's right. It won't turn off because there's an AC adapter plugged into it. Away with you. I gave this thing a second chance and it failed at it miserably. It didn't even deserve it. I'm not reviewing this thing again.